There are two questions which have been raised. One is, can a bodiless mind influence animals to make their presence known to people in the physical world? And the second question is, are there those who can assist, or do souls become stuck in the physical plane, and are there ways to assist them to move forward? Both are very good questions. First of all, a bodiless soul, a being who has left the physical world, goes through stages of integration into the non-physical realms, into the subtler causal realms of being. The bodiless mind can influence the minds of, or express through the minds of other living beings who are receptive to them. And there are particularly certain species. Birds are often receptive to those who are not in the physical realm, and can be or allow themselves to commune, and will indeed be messengers to those who cannot physically see or hear the bodiless mind, the person who is not physically incarnate, but who wants to send some type of message. Indeed, this can happen by influencing the minds of the living beings. There are people who are receptive, who also will see, hear, or feel the message of the disincarnate person, but oftentimes the animals are more receptive. And indeed, this is much more frequent in the early stage, when a being has first left the physical form and all the vayus have not departed the body. Because in that early stage of departure, certain vayus remain active in the physical body, and the soul remains connected to the physical world to one degree or another. As the body continues to deteriorate, the soul disengages further from the body. This can happen somewhat quickly, or it can take a little time. During that process, the soul, the person, is connected to the life in which they have lived. They are connected to the physical realm. They may feel some disorientation. As has been said, that can happen because their expectations were a little different, and they did not expect to be still conscious and aware. And as they are still engaged in something important to them in the physical realm, they may be drawn to something they're very worried about, some deep love they have for someone, some unfinished business that they want to resolve. And so they can be drawn to want very badly to process this. And they can become even confused that they are dead. Still, they are operating between the physical and the subtle. They have crossed the veil, but they are corded to the physical realm. The body has not totally deteriorated. The mind is attached to certain activities, trauma. If it has been a traumatic death, a violent death, there may be trauma that is unresolved that the mind is attached to in the physical realm. And the bodiless mind, the individual, wants to somehow process this. They're confused. They can become confused. This is more likely if there is some highly unresolved experience or trauma. And so the stories go that there is a ghost haunting a house. The entity who has left the physical world has no physical body to influence. Their influence comes through the ectoplasm or the mind stuff of a embodied being. But as with the bird, or even with a human being, so the question has arising is, what of the stories that the light bulb has suddenly gone on or off, or other unnatural phenomena occur that are attributed to the ghost spirits? The bodiless mind has no power over the physical realm. It has ability to connect with the minds of those embodied in the physical realm. And through this, influence the physical realm. But there is no physical nervous system. There is no physical body to actually interact in the physical realm. But the minds of people exist in subtle realms as well as in the physical realms. The minds of animals, birds, even plants exist in the subtle realm as well as the physical realm. Therefore, there can be communication. Not through the five senses, but directly through the causal mind, through Atimanas Kosha. It can be experienced in the sleep, in the dream form, when the mind is more receptive. And for some people, it can be experienced because their clairvoyant capacities are more. So they experience the sight of those. During this first stage of departure, if there is a severe trauma or some very unresolved experience, the person who has passed from this physical realm may, for some time, stay connected because they are drawn into that unresolved process and they are a bit confused. Those beings who have the subtle psychic capacity to commune with them may offer to them guidance and understanding that the individual may lack, so that they can be assisted to move onward and to let go of their attachment to the physical realm and the life that they have just left, the body they have just left, the engagements they have just left in the physical world, and to move forward. With or without assistance, all beings will move forward eventually. And most within 2 or 3 days, but few, it'll be a little longer. And as they move forward, they begin to lose interest in the life that they have had, in the engagements, in the commitments, in the responsibilities of their life, or the traumas. They begin to lose interest, and their mind fades from the physical world. Their engagement with it begins to dissolve. And the bodiless mind ceases to worry about those things that have bothered them. In the first leaving, most will go into the light. And from the light, those desires unfinished in the life will draw some back, most back, not all, to resolve whatever. If the life has been very resolved, the person dies in a state of resolve with this life, there may be no drawback to the physical world because there is no remaining attachment to the life that they led. And they will very quickly move from that. They will go into the light and they will move into the resolve, where the mind fades into a type of peace, or you could say sleep. And within this, as the mind begins to fade from physical nervous system and engagement, the subtler realms begin to appear. For some, they do not appear because the mind is so physically oriented that it remains in a state of a kind of numbness, asleep. It doesn't awaken to the subtle realms. But for those beings who are consciousness is more awake. It is not a dream, it is a subtler dimension of existence. And the deep loves of the heart draw beings to their loved ones, to the communion, to the integration of the life they have led. And the lives they have led. For in this realm, all the bodies that have been maintained are known. Not simply the last life, but all the lives and all the experiences are known. The being is whole, not in a state of forgetfulness, as in the physical realm. There is a shutting down of the subtle mind and a forgetfulness that occurs, and consciousness becomes engaged with the sensory experience and the physical world. But in the subtle realm, there is awakeness of the causal mind. And so the conglomerate of experience and knowledge shines forth, and the totality of the being is there. And the loved ones, those dear to you, are there. Even those whose awareness is engaged in the physical realm, a portion of their awareness remains in the subtle realm. They are always there in the realm of love, in the realm of knowledge. In the realm of divine connection. And for those whose minds have understood the depth of the interwovenness, you are a part of the cosmic mind. And there is a movement into the bliss, into Anandamaya Kosha and Hiranyamaya Kosha, to experience the bliss body and the divine connection. The recognition that you are part of the whole of being. This is the joy. This is the joy of human life. This is the joy of resting in the truth of love, in the connectedness of life. But even for those who have gone into the realms of divine love, into the bliss realms, the mind is those unfinished seeds, those sanskaras, will pull the being back to the physical realm to resolve those unfinished sanskaras until there is no need to be in the physical realm. There are those who are for many eons in the realm of light, in the realm of knowledge, in the realm of grace, and they will help. Their commitment is to help those beings who are in the lower realms, including the physical realm, to find their place, to be guided. These are beings of light. In Christianity, they are known as angels. In the yogic philosophy, they are known as Kaimurti. And they have evolved. And their need to be physically present is not there. Their need to influence the physical world, to guide living beings in lower realms. They have committed themselves to the welfare of living beings. They are bodhisattvas. And on occasion, they will take form in the physical realm, should they be drawn for the welfare. For their individual sanskaras are dissolved, but they serve the cosmic whole, the God Self. There are times they will take physical form. For the welfare of living beings. But their realm is the realm of light, the realm of pure wisdom and love. And they guide, care for the living beings. The cosmic, they are aspects of cosmic mind, but you are also an aspect of cosmic mind. It's everywhere. All right?